You used to lean on your mind the way you lean on a familiar railing. It was simply there, solid, always where you expected it to be. Lists lived inside you like well-organized rooms. Names arrived the moment you reached for them, stepping forward like polite guests. You could hold several threads at once, stirring something on the stove, listening to a story, remembering the exact date of a dental appointment 6 months away, all of it moving together, coordinated, reliable. You trusted your mind to keep the world in order, and for a long time it did. It was your greatest tool, your sharpest blade, the map you followed without question. Now, some days, you reach for that railing and feel something different beneath your hand. You step into a room and pause. The reason you came there evaporating like steam. A familiar word hovers just beyond reach, a ghost of a thing you can almost taste. You reread the same sentence and feel the meaning thin out. Mid-conversation, your own thought wanders, and you're left holding the quiet where a conviction used to be. There can be heat in that pause, a flush in your cheeks that isn't just a hormone surge, but a flicker of shame. A quick joke offered before anyone else can notice, early onset, or senior moment, hoping the label will make the vulnerability smaller, hoping humor can smooth over what feels like a crack in your foundation. And then, later, when you're alone again, the question settles more deeply into the marrow of your bones. What is happening to me? Welcome to Belmere Studio. Here we gather in moments like this, moments that ask for listening. This is where we stop trying to outrun the fog and begin learning how to live inside what is rearranging. You live inside a culture that worships sharpness. We are told that speed is a virtue. Quick recall is mistaken for intelligence. A steady, unrelenting stream of thought is assumed to mean everything is working as it should. We have been trained to view our minds as high-performance engines that should never stall or require the grace of a low-power mode. But your body is an ecosystem, and right now, that ecosystem is moving through a profound seasonal shift. Beneath the frustration of the forgotten key or the lost thread, your body continues its sacred work. It is completing one chapter, a long, busy, outward-facing chapter, and opening something new. For decades, your mind was shaped by what your life required. It learned to stay hyper-alert. It learned to track the minute details of other people's lives. It became an internal ledger: birthdays, shoe sizes, food allergies, location of your son's socks, emotional undercurrents. It knew what needed to happen next, often before anyone else even realized there was a next. This kind of mental labor moves silently. It doesn't announce itself as effort, so we forget how much fuel it burns. It became the invisible scaffolding of your family, your career, your community. You carried people. You carried continuity. You carried the invisible threads that kept days moving forward. Over time, that carrying became your primary way of being. Your mind stayed slightly ahead of the present moment, scanning the horizon for trouble, preparing for contingencies, holding the weight of 1,000 what-ifs. Your brain ran warm, always engaged, always available, a 24/7 concierge for everyone but yourself. There is profound intelligence in that. There is staggering devotion in that. And now, as you move through this passage, the energy of your system is being reclaimed. The outward pull is softening. The constant readiness is loosening its grip. The concierge is finally closing the desk. Attention is beginning to gather closer to home. Your mind is changing how it participates in life. Your system is reviewing decades of vigilance and adjusting the way effort flows. This is gratitude at a cellular level, a recognition that an enormous amount has already been carried, and it is finally time to set the ledger down. Brain fog often arrives right at this junction. Think of it like mist rolling in over a field that has been worked season after season, year after year without rest. The land isn't being abandoned, it's being allowed to breathe. The mist protects the soil. It keeps the sun from baking the earth too hard while the nutrients replenish. Fog quiets the horizon. It shortens the distance of your gaze. It draws your attention to what is near. When you can't remember what you need to do 3 weeks from now, you are suddenly, violently thrust into the now. Inside you, a deep biological wisdom is at work. As estrogen fluctuates and recalibrates, The brain's wiring is literally being updated. You are moving from a state of constant doing to a state of essential being. The fog is a filter. It is a boundary. Your body is saying, we no longer have the bandwidth for the trivial. We are saving our light for what is true. This transition can feel terrifyingly disorienting when your sense of self has been braided together with competence. When being the one who remembers felt like your primary safety net. When sharpness was one of the ways you showed love. Grief can arrive here. It lives quietly. A tightening in the chest when you struggle to summarize a book you just read. A small ache when you notice yourself reaching for a sharp wit that feels a bit blunted today. That grief deserves respect. It is love for the version of yourself that served you so faithfully for so long. But beneath that grief, if you sit very still, something else appears. A soft exhale, a subtle relief. A recognition that carrying everything for everyone was never meant to last forever. This is discernment arriving through the body. Watch what slips away now. Often, it's the small obligations that never actually fed your soul. It's the peripheral details that kept other people comfortable at the expense of your own peace. The fog acts as a divine intervention, allowing the excess to loosen its hold so the essential can finally breathe. As the mind softens its grip, other forms of intelligence step forward. Older, deeper forms. You begin sensing. You begin feeling the weight of a decision in your gut before you can explain it with logic. You begin listening for resonance and truth, instead of just preparing the next clever answer. This is the future that's forming. A future where your mind becomes a sanctuary. A place where attention settles instead of scatters. You are moving from the information age of your life into the wisdom age. The frustration will still appear. You will still find yourself standing in front of the open refrigerator, staring at a carton of eggs, wondering what you came for. You will still lose the thread of a story. These moments ask for ground. They ask for stillness that doesn't try to solve or fix. You are finishing a certain way of using your mind, and that finishing carries a holy weight. Weight asks for rest. So we begin a ritual that bows to the mind that has carried you this far. Find a place where your body can be fully supported, a chair that holds your weight without you having to hold yourself, a bed, the floor, wherever feels most comfortable for you. If you are lying down, place a pillow beneath your knees to release your lower back. Place a soft cloth over your eyes, a small signal to your nervous system that the world can soften its demands. When you arrive there, allow your body to arrange itself. Hands rest where they land. Fingers curl naturally. The jaw loosens. Let there be space between your teeth. Your breath moves like the tide, in and out, without instruction. Bring awareness to the back of your head, the physical place that has housed years of planning, worrying, and remembering. Feel the contact between your skull and the surface beneath you. Give the weight over completely. Move your attention to your shoulders. These pillars have held the ledger of your life. On your next exhale, let them widen. Let the back spread. Let the effort drain downward into the earth. If thoughts drift through, allow them. Don't chase them, and don't push them away. Imagine you are resting at the bottom of a deep, still lake. The brain fog is just the surface of the water, shimmering and opaque. Down here, at the bottom, it is cool and quiet. Thoughts float far above the surface, light and distant. If a jolt of remembering arises, meet it gently. Acknowledge the impulse like a passing cloud, but stay where you are. Let the floor take all of you. Stay for as long as feels possible. 5 minutes, 10, 20. Each minute teaches your system something vital. You can be here without managing anything. You are valuable even when you are still. You are whole even when you cannot recall every detail. When you eventually open your eyes, do it slowly. Move as if you are returning from a long journey. You may feel heavier, softer, less inclined to rush back into the noise. This is your nervous system learning a new rhythm, the rhythm of the wise woman. Over time, these pauses accumulate. Your mind begins to trust that it doesn't need to strain in order to belong. Clarity begins to arrive differently, as a precise lantern, illuminating exactly what you need to see, exactly when you need to see it. You are standing on new ground. The map is still forming, and that is okay. The fog is asking to be respected as a guardian of your new peace. When you forget a name or lose a thread next time, remember, the railing has changed its shape. You are leaning on something deeper now. The steadiness of your own presence, the intelligence of your intuition, and the gratitude of a system that finally knows how much has already been done. Some things are worth forgetting so that the truest things can be remembered. You are finding your soul. If this helped you rest inside yourself today, please like, share, or subscribe. This is Belmere, a sanctuary for the woman becoming.